Greetings, warrior. Yes, you, the man weary of feeling stuck. You've tried to fix your life. Perhaps read books, watched inspiring videos, set goals, and aimed for positivity, but nothing lasts. Consider this. A man loses his job and crumbles entirely. He blames the economy, curses his boss, and sinks into self-pity. Another man loses his job, but rises earlier, hones his skills, and rebuilds his life. Same event, vastly different responses. Why? The answer is stark, yet simple. It's not life that breaks us. It's our mindset that allows it. This is why Stoicism is more vital than ever in a chaotic world of noise, temptation, and emotional fragility. Stoicism teaches that you alone hold the reins, not your emotions, not society, not your past. True change begins in the mind. Master your mind, and everything else follows. But be warned, the principles ahead aren't gentle advice. They're raw, unrelenting truths that strike at your ego, not for the faint-hearted, but for those fed up with stagnation, tired of autopilot living, done with collapsing when life doesn't go your way. If that's you, you're in the right place. In this video, I'll guide you through 10 Stoic rules to reclaim control over your emotions, habits, goals, and life. Each rule draws from Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, and the core of ancient Stoic wisdom, explained in clear, modern terms you can apply without a philosophy degree. We'll dive deep into emotional resilience, mental discipline, self-awareness, and the painful process of becoming the man you were meant to be. Each rule comes with a Stoic quote or principle, not for decoration, but as a tool for reflection and living. Before we start with the first rule, do this. If you're ready to stop blaming the world and rebuild yourself, if you're prepared to master your emotions instead of being their puppet, if you're committed to fixing your mind and life, leave this affirmation in the comments now. I will no longer let emotions dictate my life. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more Stoic-based strategies. Most importantly, don't skip any part of this video. Each rule builds on the last, reshaping how you think. Let's begin. Rule 1. Stop negotiating with your weaknesses. You must build your life, action by action, and be content if each one achieves its goal. No one can stop you. Marcus Aurelius. The biggest mistake men make when trying to change is bargaining with their flaws. They tell themselves, one more hour of sleep won't hurt, or I'll start that diet tomorrow, or this is the last time I'll text them. Each time you compromise with weakness, it wins. And when weakness wins enough, it becomes who you are. Reflect on this: the strongest version of you, disciplined, focused, confident, isn't a mystery. It's the version of you suffocated by years of comfort, excuses, and indulging emotions. You can't become that man if you give in every time life gets tough. You can't transform your life if you collapse whenever you feel bored, lonely, or uneasy. Stoics knew this well. They didn't chase comfort. They trained to face adversity, understanding that every moment of struggle, every challenge, every resisted temptation is a victory of the soul. Ask yourself when the alarm rings, do you rise like a warrior or let emotions hit snooze when anxiety strikes? Do you endure and grow stronger, or escape into social media or food? When tempted to revert to old habits, do you stand firm or say, just one more time? Here's the brutal truth. You'll never change your life if you don't kill the part of you that makes excuses. There's no peace without discipline, no greatness without sacrifice, no strong mind without confronting your weaknesses and declaring, not today. Every time you delay your potential, you betray your future. So, the next time you want to stay in bed, text that toxic person, or waste another day. Don't reason. Don't argue. Don't explain. Stand up, end it, and choose strength over comfort. That's how warriors are forged, one action at a time. I don't care how far behind you feel, or how many times you've failed. The moment you stop bargaining with weakness, your recovery begins. Leave this affirmation in the comments. No more deals with weakness. I choose strength. Rule 2. Control your reactions, or they'll control you. It's not things that disturb us, but our judgments about them. Epictetus. Picture this. Two men hear the same insult. One brushes it off with a laugh. Unshakable. The other carries the pain like a dagger for weeks. Same words, same moment, but entirely different realities. Why? Because it's not the insult that hurts. It's how you respond to it. It's not the traffic jam, the breakup, the rude colleague, or the failure. Your interpretation and response to these events shape your emotional state. Most men live as slaves to their emotions, their peace stolen by trivial moments. They hand over control of their mood to strangers, online comments, or things they can't change. But Stoicism teaches the opposite. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you react. Let that sink in. Every time you snap at someone, overthink, or respirar o into emocional case over external events, you're giving away your power. Worse, you become predictable, easily manipulated. Those who can't control their reactions are like puppets pull the right string, and they explode, cry, panic, or freeze. Do you want to live like that? Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you'll find strength. So, how do you take control? First, slow your reactions. When triggered, pause, take a deep breath, and step back mentally. Ask, what part of this can I actually control? If the answer is nothing external, the battle is within. Second, separate facts from feelings. She said something rude, that's a fact. I'm not good enough. That's a story you tell yourself. Train to see things clearly, unclouded by emotion. Third, reclaim your peace. Peace doesn't mean passivity, it means resilience. It's responding with calm strength. Not panits. It's knowing your reaction is always your responsibility, no matter how unfair life feels. A man who masters his reactions becomes formidable. Why? He's not swayed by every slight. He doesn't crumble under pressure. He chooses his steps deliberately and lives on his terms. Make no mistake, this is a skill you can hone. No one is born calm. You build it like muscle. Each time you resist, reacting emotionally, each time you stay steady, you prove you're not your emotions. You're their master, not the storm. So, the next time someone provokes you, remember, their words are powerless unless you give them power. Their actions don't define you, but your reactions always do. To change your life, stop reacting to every trivial thing as if your peace is up for auction. Choose your responses like a warrior preparing for battle, deliberate, sharp, and grounded. Leave this affirmation in the comments. My peace is mine. I won't give it away. Rule 3. Do the hard things, especially when you don't feel like it. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Epictetus. Let's be honest. Most men know what they need to do to change their lives. Wake up earlier. Stop wasting time. Cut out toxic people. Exercise. Learn. Say no more often. Speak up. They know, but they don't act. Why it's hard? It's uncomfortable. Their emotions shout louder than their discipline. That's the problem. Ancient Stoics never waited to feel ready. They trained their minds to embrace resistance, seeing discomfort as the forge that shapes character. They understood that tying action to emotion means you'll never build a meaningful life. Truth is, you won't always want to do the right thing. You won't always feel like showing up. You won't always have motivation. That's reality. But here's what separates the weak from the strong. The weak wait for motivation. The strong rely on discipline. Motivation is fleeting and emotion. Discipline is a choice. Each time you choose the hard path, especially when you'd rather not, you forge mental armor. Hitting the gym when you're exhausted, that's a victory. Having that tough conversation you'd rather avoid, that's growth. Stepping out of your comfort zone to face fear, that's true strength. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." How many battles have you lost in your mind before even trying? How many goals have you delayed, not because they're impossible, but because they're uncomfortable? To change your life, stop fearing discomfort. Embrace it. Lean into it. What you avoid today becomes tomorrow's regret. The truth is, you'll never feel fully ready to transform your life. There's always an excuse to procrastinate, but the cost of waiting is years you'll never reclaim. So, what's the answer? Wake up and get to work. Even when your mind resists. Even when it feels unfair. Even when no one's cheering you on. You don't need applause. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need to do it. When your body wants to quit, when emotions start whining, when doubts flood your mind, that's when you push harder. Those moments are where strength is born. Remember this. You can choose the pain of discipline now or the pain of regret later. Both involve suffering, but only one leads to the life you truly want. So stop chasing shortcuts. Don't expect it to be easy. Real change is hard, lonely, and painful, but it's worth it. Every challenge you overcome today makes tomorrow easier. Every obstacle you face now becomes a story of pride later. Rule 4. Eliminate noise and master your focus. If you are everywhere, you are nowhere. Seneca. Face reality. We live in a world screaming for your attention. Notifications, messages, headlines, gossip, ads, alerts, opinions, distractions. You're pulled in every direction, then wonder why you feel anxious, lost, or isolated. You can't improve your life with a scattered mind. A harsh but liberating Stoic rule is to guard your focus, like your life depends on it, because it does. Stoics aren't just about silence and strength, they're about clarity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Concentrate every minute like a Roman, on the task before you with precision and sincerity. He didn't advocate multitasking or scrolling for inspiration. He meant focus deep, intentional attention. Reflect. How often are you truly present in what you do? How often do you create rather than consume? How many hours slip away scrolling, overthinking, or distracted by things that don't grow you? The issue isn't just attention, it's where you direct it. That's where your energy, time, and potential flow. Here's a harsh truth. Most men aren't addicted to laziness, they're addicted to noise. They can't sit in silence. They can't work without checking their phone every 5 minutes. They can't stick to one path long enough to master anything. If that's you, this isn't judgment, it's a wake-up call. A distracted mind builds a wasted life. So, how do you fix it? First, cut digital noise. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Set strict times for social media. Use your phone as a tool, not a leash. Second, carve out sacred space for deep focus, even just 60 minutes a day. No distractions, no multitasking, just you and your most important work. That's where clarity lives. That's where self-respect grows. Third, train your attention like a muscle. Practice being fully present in simple acts, eating, walking, reading, writing. The more you do this, the stronger your focus becomes. The world will always try to steal your attention, but you decide what deserves it. A Stoic doesn't chase everything he chooses deliberately. A focused man is formidable. He builds, improves, grows, and leads. Your ability to fix your life is tied to your ability to focus on what truly matters. Noise will always be there, but if you master your attention, you master your world. Start today. Eliminate the trivial, silence the chaos, and channel your energy into what builds your future. Leave this affirmation in the comments. I control my focus. My attention shapes my future. Rule 5. Stop seeking approval. We love ourselves more than others, yet care more about their opinions. Marcus Aurelius. Let that hit you hard. You say you want to grow, to be strong, independent, untouchable, yet you hesitate, doubt, shrink back. Why? Because you fear what others think. You crave their approval. But Stoicism forces you to face this. The world doesn't care about your potential, and you don't need its permission to grow. You can't rebuild your life waiting for applause at every step. The truth is, the more you grow, the more resistance you'll face, not just from enemies, but from those closest to you. Why? Your growth unsettles them. Your discipline exposes their laziness. Your confidence threatens their comfort. So they mock, doubt, or try to keep you as the version they can control. But a Stoic doesn't live to please others. He lives for virtue, not approval, for truth, not popularity. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish. If you fear looking odd, being misunderstood, or standing alone, you'll never rise. You'll stay ordinary, silent, stuck just to be liked. But no one's coming to save you. No one owes you belief. Only you can permit yourself to become who you're meant to be. The moment you stop needing approval, you become powerful. You stop waiting and start acting. You stop begging and start building. You stop explaining and start evolving. Let them laugh at your new habits. Let them misunderstand your boundaries. Silence or focus on growth. You don't exist to be understood by the small-minded. You're here to be unbreakable. If this path means walking alone, walk it with pride. Greatness is a solitary journey, but it's the most honest, valuable, and liberating one. Stop waiting. Stop apologizing. Stop explaining. You don't need their consensus. You just need to decide you're done being small. Rule 6. Silence is strength. Speak less. Master more. Let silence be your general rule. Or say only what is necessary in few words. Epictetus. We live in a world where everyone wants to be heard, but few want to listen. Everyone wants to seem wise, but few take time to become wise. The result: endless noise, empty opinions, shallow lives. But Stoics know something deeper. Silence isn't weakness, it's mastery. Why? Because speaking less means listening more, learning faster, responding instead of reacting, and holding power instead of wasting energy. To fix your mind, you must control your tongue. Not every situation needs your reaction. Not everyone deserves your explanation. Not every thought needs to be voiced. The more you speak, the more you reveal your fears, insecurities, plans, and weaknesses. But in silence, others can't read you. That's power. Marcus Aurelius said, "The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have." One of the first things to master is your speech. The trap is this: when you talk endlessly, justify, prove, or defend, you're reacting to the world instead of shaping your own. Let others chase attention or validation. You stay silent. Stay focused. Act with strength. Silence isn't passivity. It's calculated presence. Speak less, but make your words count. Your actions will speak 10 times louder than your voice. Silence also protects you. It guards your energy from pointless arguments, your dignity from uncontrolled anger, your strategy from those who shouldn't know it. How do you master this? First, embrace, not responding immediately. Not every message needs an instant reply. Not every insult deserves a comeback. Let time speak for you. Second, be comfortable being misunderstood. Silence teaches you that not everyone needs to get you. You don't need to explain your worth. You build it. Third, focus on becoming, not performing. While others try to look strong, you work to be strong. While they talk about goals, you quietly pursue them. The Stoic path isn't loud or flashy, it's disciplined, focused, intentional, and begins with silence. So, don't overshare. Don't sacrifice your peace. Don't let your energy leak through words. Let your silence unsettle the insecure. Let it proclaim your strength. Let it be your superpower. Leave this affirmation in the comments if you're ready to master your speech. My silence speaks my strength. Rule 7. Own your mistakes without shame or excuses. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. Seneca. Every man makes mistakes. Every man fails. Every man has regrets. The difference between a broken life and a rebuilt one lies here. Do you face your errors like a warrior or flee like a coward? Most choose the latter, blaming others, making excuses, hiding the truth with distractions, denial, or fake positivity. But Stoicism demands you confront reality with brutal honesty, because the only way to grow stronger is to be truthful with yourself first. Wasted years in a toxic relationship, Own it. Betrayed your own standards. Own it. Lied. Cheated. Procrastinated. Or sabotaged yourself. Own it. Not with guilt or shame, but with courage. Shame keeps you stuck. Owning your faults sets you free. Owning your mistakes doesn't mean drowning in regret. It means standing up and saying, "Yes, I failed, but now I rise and never go back." You can't fix your life if you keep rewriting the past to comfort yourself. Face your truth with courage. Take full responsibility, not just for your past, but for who you choose to become now. Stop spinning stories. Stop adding lies. Stop avoiding your reflection. Own it all and rise from there. Leave this affirmation in the comments. I'm ready to own my truth. Rule 8. Embrace discomfort as your teacher. Don't hope things go your way. Accept events as they come. That's the path to peace. Epictetus. Here's a truth that can transform your life. If you embrace it, discomfort isn't your enemy, it's your mentor. It's your challenge, your breakthrough. But most men flee discomfort. They distract themselves, numb it with noise, food, or entertainment, or spiral into anxiety and collapse. Growth only comes when you push through discomfort. Stoics didn't seek an easy life, they sought strength. Knowing only strength navigates a chaotic world. You can't build muscle without the pain of training. You can't forge a mind without enduring hardship. You won't find peace by dodging emotions, crying for attention. So, don't run from every uncomfortable moment. Sit with it. Ask, what's this teaching me? What strength is this pain building? Every heartbreak, failure, delay, or rejection isn't punishment, it's preparation. The Stoic mindset isn't about feeling good, it's about becoming better, no matter how hard it gets. Marcus Aurelius faced plagues, wars, betrayal, and loss, yet wrote, "If it's undurable, endure it." Don't complain. That's not coldness, it's clarity. Discomfort doesn't come to destroy you, it comes to rebuild you. But only if you stop running. Only if you face it with courage and humility. Next time pain hits, remind yourself, this moment isn't for comfort, it's for making me stronger. When you stop fearing discomfort, you become unstoppable. Leave this affirmation in the comments. I'm done running. Discomfort is my teacher. Rule 9. Discipline trumps motivation. Build it daily. No man is free who is not master of himself. Epictetus. Let me ask you a tough question. Are you truly free? Or are you a slave to your emotions? Freedom doesn't come from doing what you want. It comes from doing what you must, especially when you don't want to. That's discipline. It's what separates the weak from the strong, dreamers from doers, talkers from builders. Motivation is an emotion, a fleeting mood, a burst of excitement. Like all emotions, it fades. Disciplina, though, is a system. It shows up when you're uninspired. It gets you out of bed when motivation whispers, "Sleep more." Discipline keeps you steady on your worst days. Stoics understood this. They trained their minds to override useless emotions, building habits, values, and virtues based on who they wanted to be, not how they felt. Marcus Aurelius fulfilled his duties as emperor despite grief, fatigue, and pressure. He didn't wait for perfect emotions. He acted why duty outweighs feelings. That's the Stoic way. That's how lives change. Stop chasing motivational tricks. Start building daily discipline. Wake up on time. Move your body. Eat right. Learn daily. Focus. Reflect. It's repetitive. Unglamorous. But it works. It builds character. You won't always want to do it, and that's fine. Show up anyway. Discipline holds you steady when motivation vanishes. When you master it, you don't need inspiration. You become the man who moves forward no matter what. That's strength. That's self-respect. That's Stoicism. Rule 10. Don't live in your thoughts, align with your actions. Don't waste time arguing what a good man is. Be one. Marcus Aurelius. Thinking is easy. Dreaming is easy. Wanting to be better, stronger, wiser is easy. But none of it changes your life. Action does. Not random action, but purposeful, consistent action. Stoics believed philosophy isn't just for thinking, it's for living. They didn't just talk about self-control. They practiced it quietly. They didn't post about peace and discipline. They lived it when no one was watching. That's alignment. Most men live two lives, one in their minds, full of goals, clarity, and wisdom. Another, in reality, full of contradictions, excuses, and chaos. They say they want peace but gossip and complain. They want growth but procrastinate and scroll. They claim to be stoic, but live as slaves to emotion. The harsh truth knowing doesn't matter without doing. All the quotes, motivation, and wisdom are meaningless if your daily actions contradict them. To change your life, stop acting. Stop pretending. Stop talking, start living it. You know what to do right now. Do it. If you call yourself a stoic, train your emotions daily. If you value time, don't waste it. If you claim focus, prove it with your choices. Don't chase perfection, chase alignment. When your values and actions align, you feel whole. That's where peace lives, where self-respect grows. Marcus Aurelius didn't dream of the ideal man. He said, "Be that man." Now, not when it's convenient, but right now, in every moment of doubt. Ask, what would the strongest version of me do? Then do it. Let your life speak for you. Let your consistency replace the need for praise. Let quiet alignment make you untouchable. When your actions match your values, you become powerful not to others, but over your own weaknesses. Leave this affirmation in the comments. I'm ready to live my values. I will live as the man I claim to be. Don't just explain philosophy, live it. Epictetus. You've now heard 10 Stoic rules to transform your life. These aren't self-help platitudes or empty encouragement. They're principles that shatter illusions and build character. Apply them, and you'll stop being a victim of emotions and circumstances. You'll rise above distractions, feelings, and failures. You'll live as a stoic, not emotionless, but emotionally resilient. Not perfect, but aligned. Not loud, but powerfully clear. This path isn't easy, and it's not meant to be, but it's the only path to true self-respect, clarity, and inner freedom. Now it's your turn. Don't let this video be fleeting inspiration. Pick one rule. Act on it today. Do it again tomorrow. Fix your mind. Fix your life. The Stoics left you a blueprint. Now build the structure. If this video ignited something in you, leave this final affirmation in the comments. I fix my mind. I fix my life. For more wisdom like this, Like the video, comment below, share it with someone ready to grow, and subscribe for more ancient truths turned into modern strength. Let's grow together.